Hi, I'm Maureen Fitzgerald, and I'm the author of this Substack post, Journal of a Recovering Lawyer. And I woke up with this fundamental question: why do I even post on Substack? And many of you know I journal almost every single day because I see journal as a way of processing, of course, my inner self, but also accessing wisdom, which often comes. And it did this morning. So I wanted to share with you what I consider to be perhaps the most important skill I've ever learned in my entire life. And it occurred to me this morning when I woke up and I was lying in bed, and all of a sudden I had all these thoughts going through my head. And then, of course, I attached to one particular thought, like, oh my God, my dog has a lump on her. And then that took on a whole life of its own. And then I thought this: I would love to share with people what I do when this happens, because this happens 24/7 all through your life. And one of the most important things you can do for your own sanity is to be able to master your thoughts. So I'm just going to run through exactly what I do so you can look at this now, pick it up later, and see if it works for you. It's extraordinarily powerful for me. So there's 5 steps. The first is just notice that you're thinking. And that means sitting there and realizing there's not silence in your head. There are thoughts coming and going. They come from all over. Who knows? No one knows where thoughts come from. And that's the most amazing thing. And people call it monkey mind or whatever, but it's only monkey mind if you attach to it. So you let them come and go, whatever. And you learn this in meditation. Allow them to be like clouds floating through your mind. The second step is actually notice when you cling to one of them. So in my case, I clung to this idea that my dog has a lump on her. And um, it's just a memory, or it's just a thought, or it's just an impulse. And then what happens at stage 3 is it takes on a life of its own. And then I have this cuckoo, crazy mind saying, oh my God, I should jump out of bed and look at that. And oh, I'm not a good person. She's had that lump for a few days and I haven't called the vet. I should speak to somebody. It's just like, oh my gosh. And the emotions that come up. So at this particular point, you should be able to recognize that it's taken hold. And this is where things go sideways. So the fourth step is to simply pause. Not stop it, just pause, because at this point you've noticed your thinking, you've noticed you have thoughts going through, and you know that one has taken you over. And this is what you say. You say this out loud: this is not my thought. Even if it is your thought, you don't care. You want a way to release that thought. Or if you can't do that, simply say, not right now, because you're basically popping this bubble that's basically growing out of control. You don't want to get rid of it. You don't want to say stop thinking, because your ego will grasp onto that even more. You want to release it, not to get rid of it from what you need to do, but just stop the energy from taking you over so you can gain some sanity. And then the fifth step is to simply say, I am the master of my mind. I am the one, and this is where it's really important. I'm going to list 5 things that happened here. I choose what thoughts I let in. First of all, that I let in any. I choose which thoughts I focus or give my attention to. That's the second thing that you're doing. I give thoughts meaning. I don't have to give them meaning, but I do, and that's my choice. I give them significance. The fourth is that, and I actually reinforce them. And without realizing it, if you get caught in this loop, you end up reinforcing some outrageous ideas and beliefs about yourself, like I'm not a good dog owner and so on. And then I choose to ultimately let them go or release them or pay attention to them in a sane way without them taking over. So the most important thing I want to leave with you is the reason this skill is so, so vital, if you can observe your thinking, is that you then have the power to not become hostage to your thoughts. And this is amazing. So hopefully this has helped you. I didn't write anything below, so you're just going to have to replay this if you want to know it. Have a good Sunday. Talk soon.